This is my Schlieren imaging setup. I wanted to do this for a long time, and now that we're all in quarantine, it seemed like a good time to do it. And I've been watching for a long time on eBay to try and find a mirror that was affordable and would do the job, and finally found one. It came in a couple of days, and I just got this setup working. So what you're looking at is an image of the mirror. You're looking at an image of a point source of light, which is between the mirror and the camera, and it's cut in half by a razor blade. And the idea of a Schlieren imaging setup is to visualize changes in density in a fluid, in this case air. So what I have in my hand, which you can see here, is a pipe lighter. And you can actually almost, I think you can see the heat coming off of my hand, just natural body heat. So this pipe lighter is full of butane. If I push the button down, you can see a stream of butane being shot out the side, and it falls pretty quickly because butane is heavier than air. If I light the pipe lighter, you can see the hot air rising right off the flame going up towards the top of the room because hot air rises. That is pretty cool. Now the system is flickering like that because I live on the second floor and the building is moving slightly. I can see the light on the razor blade dancing around. And one of the interesting things that I had trouble with is I would set up the razor blade, move back, very precise setup, move back, and it wouldn't be set up anymore. What I finally found out was my weight on the floor, I'm going to walk towards the light source with the razor blade, and you can see the flickering has gone away, and that's because the system's no longer aligned. So just my weight shifting in the room is enough to throw the system out of alignment. And I think I'm going to try this again, probably at my folks' house on a concrete slab, which should give much better results. But that is the first test that I've gotten out of this, and I'm very, very happy with it. And I don't knock into it like an idiot. Alright, so what I've got now is a glass of water, which just came out of the freezer. And I'm just going to push it into the system, and you can see, there it is. You can see the vapors pouring right off the top of that glass. The cold air is denser than the hot air around it, and it just pours right off. It's just sitting right on top of the glass. Alright, I've got a glass of hot water. This is not boiling water, it's just hot out of the tap. I'm going to put it in front of the Schlieren setup, and look at that. You can see the clouds of hot air and water vapor just coming right off the top of it. And this, of course, is why blowing on hot liquids cools them off faster, because now there's a pocket of hot air right above it, and if I blow on it, it blows that pocket away and makes room for more hot air to come off, and the hot air that's coming off is molecules that are moving faster than the others, and that just cools the drink down as those molecules get whisked away. Alright, one more. One more, if we can keep everything aligned. Step down with my right foot, alignment comes in. Step down with my left foot, alignment comes out. But in my hand right now is a cigar lighter, a jet torch lighter. This should look cool. That's the butane. And that is the heat from the jet torch lighter. Look at that. If I had a tea light, I would put it in front. Unfortunately, I don't have a tea light. So this is the Schlieren setup. That is the telescope mirror that I picked up on eBay a couple of days ago, and this is the jet torch lighter, which I was playing with in the setup. And as you come back here, you can see there's a small flashlight with a piece of aluminum foil on it that I used to create a pinhole, and a razor blade in front. And I think it's out of alignment right now. Let's see if we can see. You can kind of see right there where that, yep, there it is. Where that bright dot is, that's what I'm focusing on when I'm taking the images with this camera, the 200mm lens, and it's focused down into that spot to try and make the mirror fill up most of the space. Right now you can see if I jump, not even jump really, just bounce up and down, you can see it flashing in and out of alignment. That's pretty cool. Definitely worth an hour or so worth of work on a Saturday afternoon where you can't go anywhere. Have a good one. Stay healthy.